I'm just getting ready to go live on you now. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Twitter. Sorry. Um, let's do this. Sorry. That dog is mad as you know what. Okay. So we got our homework. Every time my lips touch your face. We're on the halfway point. Uh-oh, white van, white bogey, a bogey. I got a bogey. Hold on, I gotta see who that is. They way too close to my car. Anybody come near my car while I'm up, I'm going to slam them. No, I'm just kidding. Here we go. Discussion. Hold on. Okie doke. Hold on. Um. It's driving me out of my mind. That's why it's hard for me to find. Let's see. What kind of leader are you? What kind of leader are y'all? I got a lot of people on LinkedIn that be wanting to add me, and I'm like, what kind of leader are you? No, I'm just kidding. Just messing with you guys. That's all. But it says, what kind of leader are you? As a manager, your team will look to you during times of change. What innovative leadership strategies and tactics can you use to support organizational change? Discuss the leadership theory that applies to your leadership style. What leadership theory do you admire the most? Share a scenario when a manager, you, or someone else use unhelpful or incorrect leadership strategies or tactics during an organizational change. What was the result? What strategies or tactics could you have used as a leader to support that change? That's a lot. It's getting harder. I have to reread this quietly. Usually I catch on when I read it quietly. And let's read the response. Hold on. I gotta open something else. What leadership theory applies to your leadership style? And he put leader. He's still cussing his owner out. They just brought a Chewy and he cussing his owners out. Situational. Oh, I like that. I picked the right one. So I'm just going to throw that in there for the situational. And the definition of that, scroll on down, scroll on down, scroll on, scroll. Oh, since I found one, situational leadership. That is so. Okay. Okay. That's why that applies to your leadership. Now look up leadership styles. Four mains. Let's see. Agree. I read about all of these. What was servant? Okay. So we got servant leadership styles. Let me put this so I can put it in the right thing. Okay. Get comfortable. So, discussing leadership theory, which is situational leadership. I'm going to put the definition to my servant leadership style. Which leadership theory do you have in mind? Okay. I chose, quote, style. I chose situational leadership style. And if y'all don't know what that is, I can think about it now. It's when, hold on, give me a second. It enables the leaders to tailor their approach to the needs of the team. So if you're in a situation where, I'm going to be honest, because culture plays a part in situational leadership. You have to be flexible to diversity. So that's a great one. That's why I chose that one. I chose situational leadership style because culture plays a role in finding the right approaches to the job to the employees. I can't wait to spell check. It entails molding and being flexible to the needs of, no, not TF, of the team. That means if you are Caucasian and have predominantly African Americans as employees, then you must diversify, if that's a word, yourself to their culture. and be flexible to their positive behavior. Okay. What leadership theory do you mind? I admire servant leadership style. I admire servant leadership style because Nelson Mandela had this approach. And Nelson Mandela had this, and many other people in power. Servant leadership involves being there for the people of the community or city you are in. Let me make sure that's right. Go forward. Servant. Put the needs of others first. Yep. You create strong relationships and what else? You have improved communication without a dictatorship. Okay, hold on. What else? Share a scenario. Okay, let me think. Alorica. Was it Convergence or Alorica? I think it was a Convergence. In my scenario, I was at Convergence, which is a company that is basically AT&T. I worked 10-hour shifts, but before that, I was in training. There was a male who had to be flexible and diversify himself to all cultures. It was predominantly African Americans, and they were tough. Not tough. He was white or Caucasian. We had a lot of fun in the class, but they would get mad when having to do the work or having to study the AT&T communications log. He would not have an attitude, but go from person to person with what? Servant leadership, making the communication barriers open and them be more relaxed at learning about the AT&T protocols. He put us first. And that's why I appreciated him. Okay. What else? Oh, shiznit. Unhelpful. Okay. I'm going to keep this, but I'm going to write an unhelpful manager. Who is unhelpful? Okay, my chain of command in the Army. There was a man who, what? I got to think of one real carefully. Unhelpful and incorrect leadership tactics don't know. Okay. During my time in the military, I was introduced to smoking weed in Clarksville, Tennessee. My NCO was kicked out, and she was a staff sergeant, but not before she got me in trouble. She was okay with me smoking weed and doing drugs. The sergeant first class allowed me to go AWOL for 3 months. All I needed was their help and servant type leadership where there was communication and not getting rolled up for nothing. The Army Review Board gave me an honorable because of this, of the crappy chain of command. I never thought that now that I am older, I see that they did not have my best intention in mind. They always made it hard for me. And used their rank. people in my chain of command were selling drugs on top of using weed. My closest NCO tried to go to Iraq, and when she got there, they drug tested her and she got caught with weed in her system. How can you lead with it while intoxicated? You're not thinking straight. They even offered me to strip for the commander, and I politely declined. They were all crooked. I hope that answered his question. I'm forever indebted to the Army Review Board because they saw right through 8th and 101st BS. I could have went to Iraq. I wanted to go to Iraq, but they intercepted it, and they were crooked. And by the time the new chain of command got in, they didn't know me well enough, and that's how that happened. And the Army Review Board saw that I was just wasting away. Nobody was helping me around my circle. Okay. I hope I answered that correctly. I would say the leadership theory that applies to my leadership style would have been participated. I wait. No. How many people? Okay, I got 2 people I can write back. I would say leadership theory, participated theory, in which follows and staff, and so it's a bipartisan type thing. I feel like the best way to help the team and everyone involved feel like they are contributing to a greater cause and everyone is able to be involved. The leadership theory that I admire the most is participatory theory. I once worked with an organization that had to come to a company into a company and had taken over. However, they were unfamiliar with the way things have been ran for years and began making major changes before consulting with the ones that have been around the longest to get their input. The on what worked and what things did not work. Things started to fall apart due to the strategies that were implemented and did not work. And ultimately, the agency was put on more moratorium and shut down. As a leader that could have listened to what those that were in leadership at the time had to contribute to the overall organizational changes. Yes, I agree. Sometimes managers come in with a dictatorship type of work ethic, and they do not take advice from no one. With this being the case, I feel like it's terrible. People get paid or pay people to get advice. Why not take free advice from your employees that has been there for years? It's stupid. Things always, when, no, when I was a CEO of Blue Cloud Cleaning, my employee wouldn't listen to me. Instead, she would rebel and I fired her because of it. Um, it seems that many people, employees, and managers with dictatorship ways can ruin a business with no ethics or not listening to a job issue. Um, with that's why there should be an open door policy and a comments section. We should always do counseling sessions with the employee and slash or the manager or supervisor. We should make sure we maintain the open dialogue servant type of leadership so that the employee would feel wanted or the manager can move in the right direction. If we do not move in the right direction, we need advice or some type of communication between personnel and manager. Period. Great work. Can y'all tell me if Steve Harvey is really a lawyer, or I'm sorry, judge? Because I watch his show from time to time. I can't watch it now because I'm not around cable. I have a cable box, but I'm too cheap to go buy a television. So I watched some of his shows. They're funny. They're funny as crap. And I don't know if he a judge. And I said, how are you doing two shows at once? You got Family Feud, you got the Steve Harvey show, and now you got the court show. How can you do all of that? Do you have a extra? You have to have an extra to do all of that. Oh, this is a long one. Thank you, Ryan. I made a long one too. Okay. He chooses administrative style is direct and view and setting general model that I do. I start to lead the pack on ventures and representative assignments, yet additionally, I prefer to remain involved and get my group energized by showing that I'm working straightforwardly. An effective group pioneer knows the reason and is sure about seeking after it. So she urges her supporters to take administration in a similar way she does by utilizing vision to direct technique and drawing out the best in every one of them. It's pivotal to lay out your authority style, comprehend how it adds up to the acknowledgement of your association, vision, reason, encourage mindfulness, think of your activities and request criticism from people around you. I am a diligent employee who invests wholeheartedly in finishing things and driving others to earnest attempts. I'm an individual who partakes in the test of driving others and seeking endeavors to prove to be fruitful. Pioneers with mystique and are great at speaking with their devotees and inspire them to acknowledge change and backing up their own objectives. I read faster when I'm quiet. You got it? Change management is excellent. The more genuine you are, the more genuine you are as a manager or CEO of your business, then the more genuine you are as a manager or CEO of your business, the more people will see. They come to the job to do the work. They expect the manager to be fair. They expect the manager to be flexible and communicate issues. Now, these are the good employees that want to put their participation into jobs. The bad employees that should be weeded out are those who expect their manager to accept tardiness, or I should put lateness, not tardiness, because that's not a word. Lateness, or accept them skipping days of coming into work. They expect the manager to not fire them over performance, even though they aren't putting their full effort into working like they should. They signed up for a job and the bad ones sometimes think they can be nice to the manager and get privileges that other employees do not get. How many words is that? He said 100 to 150. I feel like managers deserve to communicate with their employees, but they're always should be a boundary, because once you break that boundary, people by word of mouth start saying they can get away with just about anything. Great job. So I got my discussions out the way. $185 words. Okay, so I got 2 replies. How many minutes is this? I'll do this later, but I just want to know. I want to know. I want to go inside because it sometimes say 16 possible points. I knew it. 23 concepts. I'll do that tomorrow. I want to read it. Ooh, I love reports. Very easy. No, it's not easy, but it's regular. I'm used to doing like reports. So I got a lot of work to do. This is pretty straightforward. I'll come back to you. So we got this and this. What's for week 5? Okay. Solid A. Let's see. Week 3, unopened. I missed it. Oh, I hate that crap. I'll do this and the other one tomorrow. I just want to know how many minutes it is. $16 concepts. So that's 29 plus 41. 80 minutes. I'm going to have a lot to do tomorrow, but I want all the points I can get. I want that A. Okay. Go here. Go open. Girl, I must warn you. I said that you edit a video. It's probably going to be 2 15-minute videos. So who did I do? I did Gerald. Okay. Let's delete him out the database. 13. Yep, these two. Download. Recording. And then I start over. Okay. So we got two. No, we got this one, this one. What's this one? Oh my God, I got him down. Hold on. I'll wait. I'll get it. I'll pick it up. Okay. I am having difficulties. Let me go. Okay. Something ain't right. Downloads. Why isn't it showing me? Ah. I said I didn't want to see this. I just downloaded her recording. And I have Kira do it again. Download recording. Let me see something. Open file real quick. I am going to delete Gerald Leonard because they downloaded it. There we go. Okay. Should do it now. Okie doke. I got one. I got Kira, but I don't have the other lady. Let me import her real quick. Go back. Why is that a problem? What am I doing wrong? Bam, right there. Let me look at my library. Delete. I'm going to delete it. And okay. Oh, that's why. I deleted it. Let's try to download it again. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay. Um, there she is. I'm gonna put Cure first and her second. Where is it at? Hold on. There she go. And I'm gonna put you right there. And we're gonna Kira. It's with an E. It's Eira. Ingram. And Regina Noriega. Kira Ingram and Regina Noriega. 11. Come on. Why is it doing that? There we go. Got stuck there for a second. Okay. Perfect. Now we're going to do the touches right here. First, we're going to put Kara Ingram. We'll worry about the music in a second. We're going to Regina Murray. Why is it in there? Okay, we have a little bit of technical difficulties. We need the music longer. Perfect. Okay. Take that out. Go here to the music. Come on. What are you doing? Should tell right there. That's as long as it'll go. I may need to choose something else. Hold on. Here we go. No. It's not right there. Right about there. Perfect. That's going to have to do. It goes right into the season 3. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the... I need a black. Hi, everyone. Where's it at? 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 No. No. No, I don't want nothing with a subtitle. I need custom. Perfect. Why did they put a title on custom when it was all black the last time? I'm just going to keep it that way. We need to put that right here. Oh my God. Delete that. That's not going to work. I need... Come on. I may use it. What's this? I don't want that. Okay, what's this one? I'll do this one. right here. Let's see if that'll work. Why did I do that? Okay, it closes out. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. I have a very special guest here today. Can you go ahead and announce to the world who you are and where you're from?
I am Kira Ingram, the real estate queen pin, and I am in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Wow, how is Philly? I was in West Philly, East Philly, South Philly, North Philly. I was all over Philly. How is it doing?
It's doing okay. We, just like everyone else, we're having a lot of gun violence issues right now that we're trying to work through. But overall, I feel like Philly is strong and we're always overcoming obstacles. We are one of the best places to get some good food from. And we are still the city of brotherly love.
Well, let's go ahead and dig into your past, talking about your present, past into your present. You can go ahead and start, Kira.
Sure. So, in my past, I don't know how far back you want me to go, but
however far you want to go.
Okay.
It's your world.
I'm the child of a teenage mom and dad. I was raised by my grandmother. My mom was 15 when she got pregnant with me, 16 when she had me. My father was in and out of jail, never really was a big part of my life. But my grandma raised me, and me and my mom developed a relationship, over the years when I was like in my early teenage years and all of that stuff. So I had like a pretty stable past, even though it was a rough start with my parents. But overall, my grandma did a good job at keeping me focused, keeping me into my academics and earning money and starting my businesses and stuff like that. So that's
how old were you when you got your first job?
When I started my first business, I was 8. And when I got my I was 11.
Wow.
Yeah, so my first business, I was selling candy and snacks at my private Christian school. Shout out to Triumph Baptist Church. That was my first school. I sold candy until I was about to get suspended and kicked out of school for selling too much candy. That was my first business.
Congratulations, man. Oh my God. And tell me, you're in real estate. So tell me, what was your turnaround where you said, you know what? I want to do real estate. Real estate is something that I want to do.
I got my real estate license a few years prior to me taking real estate seriously. So I was always helping people at my church work on their credit, find housing, things like that. And I had met this young woman who came to my church from New York, and she was like, "You need to get your real estate license because you could be getting paid for this stuff that you're helping people do." So I went to the classes. I finished really fast. In like a couple of weeks, I finished all the required coursework that was needed. And then I got my license. But it was really hard. So I did not make any money my first year. I went back to work. But then later, I ended up getting really, really sick after I had my oldest daughter. I went to the hospital, had a C-section, stayed in the hospital for a week after my C-section, went home, and went into heart failure.
Wow, this girl has been through a lot. And when I reach out to her, like sometimes I get a response, sometimes I don't. I don't care. I know they got the message, but she's been through a lot. She's been through a lot.
When I went into heart failure, I didn't even think that I can go into heart failure. I'm like, I'm 25. I never heard of someone having heart disease from being pregnant. I was diagnosed with postpartum cardiomyopathy, which is a form of heart disease. and I stayed in the hospital for about a month. And during that month, I was like, how am I going to go back to my job, which is super stressful, doing HR for a corporate company? And I was like, I'm really going to take this real estate thing seriously. And after that, I really did.
Have you been fine ever since then, Kara?
No, I've had 14 years of back and forth with heart issues. I've been in heart failure 5 or 6 times. I've had multiple blood transfusions. Luckily now everything is kind of leveling out. But after I had my daughter, I had 2 additional children, which my doctors were not happy about. But I wanted my baby.
But you did it.
I did it. And now my heart has recovered a lot. So I'm back to pretty much almost a normal heart now. Yep.
Wow. Talk about triumphant, talk about dedication. You know, I feel so bad for you, not in a sense of pity, but in a sorts of empathy and sympathy, because nobody in their right mind could go through what you've been through. I've never had a heart problem. I have murmurs, but I don't have a major heart problem. And people don't know how hard it is when you have heart failure on a regular basis. It could be annoying. It could cause you to get depression. It can cause a lot of especially when you have children involved that you love and you want to see raised the right way. Your mother had you at 15. You know, like seriously, I really commend you on everything. So if you had to give, because I'm gonna ask plenty of questions along the way, but if you had to give a piece of advice to anybody out there that is watching, whether young or adulthood, what would it be? You have the floor.
My biggest piece of advice, and I tell it to my agents every day, is just to do it afraid. Because a lot of us are waiting for this moment to happen when we're not scared to do something. And then we think, okay, once that moment happens, I'm going to take steps to do whatever it is I'm called to do. But I'm a really big believer that you have to just jump out there and do it, even if you're scared. And that is when God opens up all the doors that you need him to open. So don't waste time waiting for you to feel confident or feel like you have it all together. Sometimes you just have to jump out there and do whatever it is that you're called to do.
Did you have a bittersweet relationship with God because of the detrimental challenges that you've been through?
No, actually, I've never had a bitter relationship with God, and I've been through a lot of stuff, but I always felt like it could be worse. So like I've always been in a position where no matter how bad my position was, I always was aware and was always able to see someone who had it worse than me. So I was always just grateful that it wasn't as bad as it could be, even though some situations were pretty tough.
And when do you think that what you should do, you know, I'm just suggesting this because I know you have heart issues, is I don't know if you're with the community about addressing heart issues that African American, because I had preeclampsia and I had a C-section, an emergency C-section myself 3 times. So I get what you're saying. Preeclampsia, all 3 children, high blood pressure. You know, I'm just thankful that I had some good doctors working behind me, you know, at the hospital. So do you think that your children I know that sounds crazy, but you know your children are a blessing. So do you think, where do you see yourself with your situation in the future?
Well, I definitely know my children are a blessing. I went through many miscarriages throughout the time that I was trying to have my children. So that was one of the reasons why I wouldn't stop having children after I was diagnosed with the heart disease, because I had been through so many miscarriages that I was like, if God lets me have a baby, I'm going to have it no matter what. But they definitely are a blessing, and I treat them as such. And, you know, as far as my heart disease, it is, I guess anyone who has any chronic illness understands it better than others, just because not all chronic illnesses are seeable. So people can see you, you look normal. They really don't understand the daily struggle that you have just to do normal things. But that's one of the reasons that I got into real estate, was because it gave me the option to just say, oh, I'm having a bad heart day. I have to just stay in bed today, and it was okay. So that's one of the things that really led me to real estate, because it was one of the few things that I can do without a cap on my income and take the time that I needed to take care of myself.
And where do you see your real estate business and all the other things you've been dipping into in the Philly area going in the future?
Well, right now I'm in the process of starting a mortgage company. I just purchased a franchise, so we'll be doing that. I have a really good team behind me. I have 5 friends, and we have 43 agents. So it's not just me, it's a lot of support. And I love my agents, I love my team. They make it possible for me to take on new challenges and to take on new opportunities. So I want to continue to grow that out. One day I want us to have our own title company as well as our own insurance company. So those are the things that I'm looking forward to in the future.
How did you get to this point? Like, it's like you're a real estate agent. You were working at the age of 8, and nobody. I tried to work at Wendy's at the age of 12, but I never thought about working at the age of 8. That shows the dedication in you. And I don't even know you, but I hate that you, and I don't hate, but I hate this, that you've been through what you've been through. You know, I don't despise God. I'm not mad at God for it, but I just don't understand why some people go through more than the other. You know, but you're up. You're here today. You're able to talk, and so that, and you have 3 beautiful kids, right? 4. Wow. Woo, woo. I know that's right, girl.
Yeah.
So
10 and 18.
Huh?
Between the ages of 10 and 18.
Wow. Congratulations,
Thank
man. You know, where you have the floor. If you want to talk about anything for 2 minutes, you have the floor. Go ahead and tell the audience what you've been wanting to tell them.
Well, one of the things I would say is a lot of times we use the scripture that to whom much is given, much is required, as, you know, I have more stuff and I'm going to have to study. But sometimes that scripture means you have to go through some things. So I kind of look at my life as the things that I've been through to say, like, to whom much is given, much is required. And sometimes the requirement comes first and we don't understand it. Like, why are we going through all of this stuff? But we never really see the full picture until we start reaping the benefits that God has in store for us. So I'm grateful for everything that I've been through. I lost my best friend. I lost my brother to suicide. You know, I've been through some really difficult life experiences, but they have definitely all worked together for my good. And I wouldn't change anything, honestly. I mean, of course, I miss my brother. I wish that he was here to see all the stuff that I'm doing, but I wouldn't change anything. Like, God really uses the things that we go through to help others. And I'm able to reach other people that some people might not be able to reach because of the things that I have gone through. I'm very down to earth. Like, you know, I know for sure that the things, the materialistic things that I have, they can come today and be gone tomorrow. And I still know that I'll be good no matter what. So I just want to encourage anyone who is watching this that might be going through some things, like what you're going to reap is going to be so worth it. And it'll make more sense. In the old church, they used to say you'll understand it better by and by. And you really will. Like, as your life comes together, you'll understand more of why you went through things that you went through, and you'll be able to minister and tell other people your story and be the hope and inspiration they need to get to the next step.
And that you taught me something. So tell the people how they can reach you, Kira.
So if you go to Instagram, I am ki.queenpin, QUEENPIN on Instagram. If you want to go to my webpage, it's kiraingram.com. And I literally answer my emails. So it's kira@kiraingram.com. People be like, is this really you? I'm like, yes, it's really me. So feel free to reach out to me. The easiest way probably would be on Instagram. Send me a message, follow me, and we are always trying to do good in the community. I tell people that my mission is to increase real estate education, ownership, and wealth in Black, brown, and underserved communities. So if you ever want to learn more about how you can help do that, reach out to me. I'm easily accessible. So just reach out and say hi.
I have a question for you. Are you a single mother?
I am newly divorced, so yes, now I am.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank
Don't
you.
look at it as a bad thing. So I just had to make you smile there. So
Yes.
definitely hold on the line. Take care, y'all, and be safe. And Kira Ingram, everybody. Take care, y'all.
Bye.
Bye. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And be safe. And okay. Now I need a part 2 right there. And Kira Ingram, everybody. Take care, y'all. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. I have a very, very special guest here today. Can you go ahead and announce to the world who you are and where you're from?
Absolutely. Hi, I'm Regina, and I am a Houston-based entrepreneur, basically the founder of Everyday Shiro.
Okay, can we go ahead and dig? Thank you for joining my show, by the way. Can we dig into your past leading up into your present?
Absolutely. So formerly, I was the head of digital for the largest beauty cosmetics brand on television and e-commerce. And now I have left corporate America to go ahead and go back into entrepreneurship. So I've been an entrepreneur on and off for the last 30 years. And so I'm in the second chapter of my life now. And I have developed Everyday Shiro, which is a educational technology platform. We want to be like the LinkedIn for Web 2 newbies. That's basically the entire world that's not into Web 3. We want to provide online training, also career and networking opportunities for that audience that's coming into Web 3.
Okay, and what made you decide to get into this profession?
So at the end, it was probably the end of last summer when I saw one of the most successful brands in the NFT space, that's non-fungible tokens. When I saw Bored Ape Yacht Club do what they did with their brand, I thought that it would be a great opportunity for someone like me, a Gen Xer, minority woman, to go ahead and get into the NFT space. If you know anything about NFTs and crypto wallets, NFT space in general, I would say lack of women, lack of diversity, 10 to 15% of the crypto wallets and the crypto projects are led by men.
Oh, wow. So you're leading and you're trying to make it into like a LinkedIn from Web 2 to Web 3. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yes, because
go ahead.
There's a lot to get into it. Yeah, like what happened was when I was researching this space, I try to teach myself all about which crypto wallets to use, which exchanges, and it's super daunting and overwhelming. It's not one steps, it's 50 steps to do one thing. And so when I was researching the brands that were doing this, I found out nobody was doing it. So I said, okay, I'm going to write down all my challenges. I'm going to start creating content and videos and find a way to bring the everyday woman, which is the scientists, the doctors, the first responders, our military personnel, the Web 2, which is 99% of the world, into Web 3. But they're going to need their hands held right now because there really isn't a source of truth for where to find this content.
Can you tell me a little bit for those who don't understand the term Web 1, Web 2, and Web 3? Can you go ahead and explain it to the world?
Absolutely. So Web 1 was the evolution of the internet and online shopping and putting your credit card into an online portal. And I think you and I discussed before, I remember those days because I don't want to date myself, but I am back there in age. I remember those days where I said, I am never going to put my credit card into this internet thing. And so Web 1, as you know, we're all shopping online now, right? And we're very comfortable with the internet. And so then Web 1 evolved into or transitioned into Web 2, which was the revolution of Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Reddit, where basically we learned how to share photos. We learned how to dance in front of a camera. We learned how to write incredible blogs on Reddit. And now Web 2 is transitioning into Web 3, which is basically there's not going to be a middleman. Content creators can go ahead and collect payment without having to use a MasterCard or Visa. They're getting it straight into their crypto wallet. So Web 3 is all about community and building a community of like-minded people. Web 2, we all know what Facebook and Instagram did to our culture. It's me, 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 me. And now Web 3 is a whole different ballgame. It's going to free up everything in the middle and let people own their art, own their content, own their shows.
How long did it take between times to go from Web 1 to Web 2 and Web 2 to Web 3?
I don't know how long, but I'm pretty sure from Web 2, we are currently in it. And I believe we'll be in it for about 2 or 3 years until mass adoption of the NFT space and crypto space.
Can you tell me a little bit about the NFT, a little bit more about that, and what, for those who don't know NFT, what it means, and what, because you already repeated what it meant, but just repeat for those audiences out there listening what it means and what does it mean to actually get into it, and how would your income like scale on a higher level?
So an NFT, the words NFT stands for non-fungible token. And it's a multi-billion-dollar space as of last year, over 20 billion already last year. It was existing as Web 2 was sleeping. And so basically what it means is it's a one-of-a-kind digital item, like a piece of art, a ticket, a concert ticket, a collectible, something that a token to get you into a sporting event. And in Everyday Shiro's case, it's access to the network and online training. So again, it's usually backed by a smart contract, which that's a different conversation, but there's ownership and provenance that when you buy an Everyday Shiro, you know there's a smart contract that goes behind it that proves that you own that particular digital portrait.
And is there some type of, like, is our cryptocurrency, NFT, is that a currency unlike United States money?
No, so it's not regulated. So the US dollar is called fiat, and we have many, many coins in the crypto space. The two main ones are Bitcoin and Ethereum. Those are the brand standard. So hundreds of coins, not backed by US dollar. It's
okay.
Yeah.
And where do you see this thing going in the future? Because I'm very interested in it, and I think I'm going to search, and we'll talk after the show, but I have some good news for you. So where do you see this thing going in the next 10 to 20 years?
Oh, it's already going. Nickelodeon announced yesterday, that they were going into the NFT space. Audi is already developing an NFT project. There's a couple electric vehicle companies that are going into the NFT space. NBA Topshop is already in the NFT space. They were one of the first brands with NFTs. It's already happening all around the world. It's just that it's just a small circle of people, although it is multi-billions, it's a small circle of people that decided to go ahead and dive in. So brands are already behind Gucci. All the brands are already into it.
Okay. And if you had to talk about your project, which is getting the space like LinkedIn, how do you plan on doing that project without giving too much information away?
So right now, we have basically a community. Most NFT projects have something called a Discord. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that, but think of it as a place where text communication, videos, and lots of interaction happens. So I'm building our community right now, and how we're doing it is I'm giving free social media training. I'm a Twitter Spaces host. So I am on Twitter Spaces giving training from everything from TikTok to Instagram to give the community or anyone that's a Web2 newbie the experience of what it's like to have someone train you on the right way to build an Instagram account, the right way to build a TikTok, how to read your Twitter analytics. But basically, giving the training and the time to get to know people so you can help them go ahead and go into entrepreneurship roles or career roles.
I can see you as being the founder of something huge. And I know that this business that you have going on with the NFT is going to be wonderful. I can see it.
I appreciate that from a lady boss entrepreneur. So it's a brick by brick building thing. A lot of other projects have been known just to throw out 4, 5, 10,000 NFTs. I have literally onboarded the first 50 members into my community. Some members, they were 2 seconds in understanding how to do the wallet. 99% of them couldn't figure it out. It was too hard. No matter how many videos I sent them on YouTube or PDFs. So I actually have custom videos now that show you this is how you go ahead and connect your crypto wallet. You must do the following things. So we're developing content daily. And it's me, myself, and I. I have a community manager, someone that goes ahead and works with the community inside Discord, and also a COO. So it's small. We're small, but what we've done in 8 weeks, a lot of people would take a very long time to do.
I agree. So for the future, with the entrepreneurs out there, let's not talk about the future. Let's talk about the young entrepreneurs out there right now that are listening. If you had to give them any piece of advice about this, what would it be?
Take your shot. Okay. I left corporate America from I worked for an amazing company, an amazing brand. And I said, okay, this was my side hustle. It took me 8 to 9 months to build it on the side. Okay. Also with lots of responsibilities. I did it piece by piece, wasn't in a hurry. But when I left corporate America about a month ago, it took a long time to get there, but I said, my gosh, you got to take your shot. Okay. Don't be afraid. Don't let anyone stand in your way. And also the thing that I think that holds entrepreneurs back the most is that they've got all that noise around them. I keep my head down. I kept my mouth shut, just went and did it and didn't say, hey, I'm going to make millions of dollars doing this. I have a plan every single step of the way. So my best advice would be take your shot. You're young. You got to take many shots, not just once. And it's not going to happen. Well, for some, it happens the first time. Sometimes it takes a while. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I have tried so many things. And I think that if you have that ability to always come from a place of learning, you will always win. And that is always the mark of success when you're learning.
How can the people reach you?
They can go to Twitter at Everyday Shiro, our corporate account, and it's spelled everyday, and then it's a take on hero, but it's Shiro, SHEROE. That's on Twitter, Everyday Shiro, or they can go to our website, everydayshiro.io.
Well, I want to thank you for joining my show. Stay on the line, and thank you all for joining my show, and I will see you all another time. Thanks.
Thank you, Kimberly.
No.
Site, everydayshiro.io.
Well, thank you for joining my show. Stay on the line, and thank you all for joining my show, and I'll see you all another time. Thanks.
Site, everydayshiro.io.
Well, I want to thank you for joining my show. Stay on the line, and thank you all for joining my show, and I will see you all another time. Thanks.
Thank you, Kimberly. That's on Twitter. Every website, every dial.
There we go. And damn, that. Sorry. Right there. Okay. So we had Kira Ingham. Come on, calm that crap down, birds. I have an appointment at 3 o'clock, so I may have to. At about 2:50, I'll be off of here. And now we're going to go to the next one, which is Regina Nori. And she's in what? NFT. She said web 1, 2, web 3. I only can see. Fiddlesticks. Wait, hold up. There we go. That gets a little better. Come on. I got 8 minutes. Stop. Okay. Okay. I'll change it. Web 2 to Web 3. Period. Okay. Let's see how this looks. See, unlike. Okay. That's good. Five minutes. Okay. So I'm doing hers. I'm just gonna post this on Facebook, get on here and do another segment with y'all to edit these videos. Well, where is the music cassette? Uh-oh. I can't find her. I'm getting nervous. Is it on this one? Let me just look her up by her name. I have to get off of here because I have to get prepared. No. That's not what I was looking for. Here we go. 1220. There we go. Right there. Okay, that's on there. Let me copy and paste this. Three minutes. Oh, let me get my. Okay, I gotta get off of here, y'all. I gotta get my charger.